Okay, I think it's time for an update video. So I think it's time for a little life update. As you can see here, I'm back in the workshop and there is a tiny house being built here, but I'm not the one building it. But to explain that, I would like to go back to the end of September. So at the end of September, as you saw in the vlogs, I went to America, to New York City and Chicago and Fresno, where I visited California tiny house. And the reason for my visit was to visit California tiny house is one thing, and to visit New York City because I love that city. Well, I guess what I was trying to find out in that trip was that the first time I built a tiny house was in America, the California tiny house. I link a video up here, I think it is. I link a video up here. And what I was trying to figure out in the trip I did in September this year, or last year, yeah, it's last year, is what do I like the most, the tiny houses or America itself? And what I found there was that I like tiny houses and I still believe in them, but America is stronger than the tiny houses for me personally. So what I've been working on, like in the beginning of October mainly, is to find people who I can trust to keep building tiny houses and keep promoting tiny houses here in Belgium. I found one, that's Arno. You meet him someday, I hope. He doesn't really like the camera and he's not that good in English, but we'll figure that out. And we worked together for like a month to make sure we're on the same page and we can, so he can reply to clients and he knows what's going on. We were normally gonna build a house, but stuff kept happening so that it had to be delayed and all those kind of things. And I just got really mad about that. And that's why I left December 20th back to New York, just because things were too unclear here and I really wanted to pursue my dream of New York City. And it felt for me that I couldn't really start my life here because I knew that one day I would move out to go to New York. So I was like in this circle of doing nothing or like not wanting to do anything, and it beat me up. So that's why I left December 20th. And I was there for 3 weeks, and I wasn't there to visit Central Park or whatever, but I was there to meet people and see if that city, the big city of New York City, actually has people in them which I can reach and which I can connect with. And that kind of worked out. So that was amazing. I met some amazing people there that are mostly artists, which I really like. I don't like the business people that much. But it seems like in New York City, you have two big groups. You have the artist community, which is mostly in Brooklyn and stuff like that. And you have the business community, which is in Midtown, of course. So, I don't know, it's interesting, the mix of the two. And I'm not sure what kind of part I would like the most, but I really like the artist community there. They're really driven, they're really passionate about what they do, and it fires me up to also do stuff and to do more with creative things. So that's kind of cool. So I left December 20th, and normally I would have gone for 3 months because that's the maximum time you can be in the US as a European. But because I left before the holidays and I really left in a hurry, my parents wanted me to come back, and my family too, like my closest family, wanted me to come back. And also they wanted to build this tiny house because there were people that were going to help, but in the end they couldn't help, so there was a lot of stuff going on with that. So I came back to, one for my family and second for helping with building this tiny house. But of course, 2 days or 3 days after I got back, I got really sick. I've never been this sick in my life before. So I've been in bed for like 14 days. It was crazy, but I'm on the better hand now. So I think I'm better for like 4 days now. And I visit my cousin, so not the cousin that I built tiny houses with, but his brother, where I started building my tiny house in the meadow. So yeah, I visited him, visited my grandparents, and since today actually, well, I don't know when I'm gonna post this, but since Monday, I started working again. So I'm not helping with this tiny house, but I'm building a kitchen with my cousin Renat, which you met when we built our first tiny house. I'll link a video of her. So yeah, we're like working for a month together probably, so till beginning of March, with building a kitchen and basically furnishing a whole apartment, which is really cool. So yeah, that's kind of a quick update. I hope it made sense, I'm not sure. And also what I would like to ask is, would you like to see the stuff that I'm making and see more frequent videos, or do you want to see more update videos like this one? Because I really want to do more with YouTube, but the daily thing is just not possible because we kind of have to work, so we don't really have the time to set up the camera and make like a quality video. So let me know, like, what would you like to see? Would you like to see daily content and then with like little updates of what we did, or like every 3 days? I don't know. Let me know. And yeah, I'll show you some clips of our workshop now. So it totally changed. You can see the part here where they build tiny houses. So they're building this tiny house right now, and then there's another guy that's gonna build a tiny house next to it. So he's gonna build it himself, he's gonna build it here. And then my cousin and I, are building the kitchen right next to that. And then there are 2 other woodworkers on the other side. So it's busy here, but it's nice. We can share tools and skills and information, and it's really fun. Today was the first day I worked here, and it's nice to have other people around. When we were here building our first tiny house, it was so empty here. But yeah, so that's cool. If you like the video, please give it a like and comment down below your thoughts on daily or weekly or whatever you suggest. And I'll see you later. Bye.